where the parties stand on Europe and how the Westminster election is being viewed in other parts of the European Union.
Travel to Berlin in Germany, Europe's powerhouse. I find the movers and shakers here tracking a very uncertain UK election with any result possible. Their long-standing interest has been what face a Conservative government would show Europe. What you get here in places like the Reichstag are a lot of questions. What will the Tories' unease over Europe actually mean if they get into power? And will they be awkward, difficult, even confrontational?
Though we have taken a decision that we would have so much to deal with as an incoming government, the worst ever financial position that an incoming government would have faced, and a multitude of international crises, that we're not looking for an immediate confrontation with the European Union.
You find doubts too in Paris in the corridors of its ministries and parliament. Some believe David Cameron has moved away from natural allies like President Sarkozy and linked up with what they regard as fringe parties. It is very much noted in places like this that David Cameron is committed to taking back some powers from Europe. While there's little enthusiasm for that in Europe's capitals, the Tories believe it is in tune with the public mood in Britain. But if they could repatriate some powers in the field of employment or social policy, a majority of British people might quite like that.
Well, I think it would be wrong to make British people second-class citizens in Europe. We should have the same entitlements, for example, to annual holiday, that every other European citizen has. And the truth is that the Conservative Party opposed the minimum wage in this country. They opposed the flexible working measures that were brought in. And that's why we say it's right, in Britain and in Europe, that we don't compromise on the rights that British people have.
Whatever the views from Paris, these are unsettled times in Europe. Greece, a country that uses the euro, is in crisis, struggling to reduce its deficit. Looking at these streets, the Tories say they have been proved right in saying never to the euro. The party most enthusiastic about Europe is the Liberal Democrats. Some of its MPs one day would favour joining the euro. Over, say, the next two parliaments, do you see any possibility of Britain joining the euro if the Liberal Democrats had an influence on it?
Well, if Britain's economy recovers properly and we continue to trade more and more with our European partners, which I certainly expect, there will be case for putting this to the British people.
There are those who argue that the story never changes in Europe, that the EU quarter in Brussels continues to assume more power, and that pulling out is the only option.
If the British people want us to be part of a new United States of Europe, if that's what they want, they can have it. And I will accept that result. What I will not accept is us being pushed down this road by politicians that not only don't tell us the truth, but break their word when they promise to give us a referendum.
So far, Europe has been an issue that most parties have stayed away from. But Britain is the nation with the most doubts about the European project, and tomorrow the three-party leaders will get the chance to debate it. Gavin Hewitt, BBC News.
In Belfast, the SDLP has launched its election manifesto.